Hello again. Today we are here with a quick assembly video for the PPK kit. Let's take a look at the main modified part, which is receiver. It's cut down your AK-74 VFC style receiver. My original donor gun broke at the Tronion, so I cut it off. It's normally like this long. There is an included template for these holes and exact dimension of this edge, of how much you have to cut it off. Once you cut it off, you put the template on, align it, drill new holes, and that's it. Then you print a new tronium, and using screws and nuts, you just secure it in place. If you use same screws as I did, you can just fill the holes for your Allen key afterwards. That's your receiver. Next, we cut down part of the trigger guard here, and we just left in place the mag catching part. Then you print a new mag well, you put it in. Again, you put in there pins or screw. If you're using screw as I did, you put the nut inside, to hide the nut and limit the movement. We also got a new printed mag release. Originally this kit was made for the LCT Vitias mags, but I modified it and I make a specific files for the Vitias mag also. So this is the receiver with the stock here. Works exactly same as 12 stock. We've got the main body, telescopic part, lever, and butt bed. The hinge itself is attached by 4 screws, and I have to note that on original PPK the stock folds on the on the right. I'm using the OEM AK-74 left side hinge, so it does not fold all the way. So this is the receiver. In order to use, let's say, PPK styled or new AK styled selector levers, we gotta switch some parts around the gearbox. You don't need to drill, cut or anything on a shell. You just have to switch a few parts off. So all the modification is done on the right side. We remove the half gear, replace it with this lever. Then we've got a spring wire, made this, let's say, U shape, and we secure it under one of the motor screws. Then we've got this part, which is normally connected to the lever. This yellow bracket, spring, and this lever right here. This lever is there to make our safe mode working. So that's the gearbox itself. So how to assemble it? It's a little bit tricky. First, you put in your EK hop-up with a barrel. We also modified the slider here. It's just cut down. So right now, with this modified slider, the hop-up doesn't go all the way in, which is not a problem, because when you are not hopping and you have to go right here, you should check your knob or something. Normally you'll be fine if using like the first half of the hop-up. So first the hop-up goes in without the barrel, then the gearbox go in. You gotta be careful, time everything correctly, press your selector bits in place and just align everything in. Then you have the handguard assembly. What you can see here is barrel itself. We have the muzzle device on it, handguard, and rest of the tronion. The tronion and the handguard are connected by these pins. I disassembled it as some kind of assembly, but the muzzle device is dummy silencer, which will fit your tracer device. We've got no thread because normally you would print this barrel or make it from a pipe basically, as I did. So this part is here attached using a set screw. I'm not gonna take it apart because I think it's easily understandable what's going on. So normally then you would install your barrel. On top of the barrel you would put this part in, and then the handguard itself. We close the door so we don't hear any more barking. Now I should have mentioned that before you put the hop-up in, you have to put in the hop-up brick. So I forgot to do this. Now I have to assemble the gun. So give me a second, we'll be right back. So now it's in place. I will put the barrel with the handguard on. How is the barrel secured in place? Exactly same as on your normal AK. Here I got, you can print this and put a nut in it. There are a few versions of this pin, but I made it from metal with thread inside of it. So I just put this in. I will have to align it, of course. Yes. And then we will install the set screw. And secure everything. Okay, so this took me some time to align it, but it's in place. Also, let's install the hop-up block base plate. Secure the hop-up block in place for a change. I'm running out of hands. I will need one more hand to assemble these things. Okay, so that's in place. Now, motor grip. There is a small lip on the front of the grip which go under the original part of the mag cage, let's say, mag cage housing. So that will just click in place. Now the grip bottom. With grip cover. Let's just press in place. Hop-up screw. This will secure the hop-up to the block, which we installed 2-step back. Now this, I know I mentioned that you don't need to cut anything. This step is optional. I like it this way. I'm using the system from the AK12 kit which I made. Of course, you can use 3D printed dust cover button, which just replace the normal one. I don't mind cutting these up, these gearboxes, so I just cut the part which the button slides on off and install one of these, as they work, in my opinion, better. But as I mentioned, you don't need to do this. It's recommended, but it's not essential. So that's in place. Now the last cover, which is printed, also the rail is printed. They are just screwed in place and secured by glue. There is this part on the back, which is again glued in part plastic to plastic. There is no problem gluing it. There is a small lip which goes in a hole in the new last cover button, so it just slides in place. Then you secure it in front by this lever, which you glue this rod in. So just slide it in. So this took some effort because, of course, the handguard wasn't lined correctly. Now when the lever is in, you just slide it, which will secure it in place. Yeah, there's a small lip and small hole in this part. And what's missing is to install our selector. So what is really important in order to make this work correctly is position of this imitation of this rivet from the bottom of the gun. Not exactly from the bottom, but from the screw hole here, but we will measure it from the bottom of the receiver. This differs. I found out when I compared the SIMA body, this is APS and LCD, I believe, they are all a bit different. I removed the original pin, replaced it with the new imitation, and it should be, I recall, exactly as the SIMA. I'm not sure from top of my head, but the dimension of this dimension is published, so check it out. If it's not matching, let me know. I will, based on your feedback, try to make new working file. Anyway, we put our cover here, our actual lever, which will be like this. I cannot align it for some reason. Yeah, it's in there, and then you just put the screw there. Don't overtime it, and that's it. Of course, we got a size here, and AK front side goes in there, and just screw it on, screw it in. I believe it's like M6 screw there. I'm not sure from top of my head. And of course our side here, which is assembled quite easily. You print the main body flat, then you hit this part and bend it upwards with work like a spring plate. Then you print yourself this part with the holes. You put a screw through it and you secure it here with a nut. So when you turn this screw, the side will move from the right to the left, and because you made the spring plate, basically it will hold it on the, you can see how it clicks, it will hold it on your type of aperture. Of course there is this stop plate, which sometimes you have to bend it upwards. Oh yeah, it's in place. And you know, just to secure it in place, another pin that will prevent it to bend upwards and get off the gun. So that's it. That's your assembled do-it-yourself kind of PPK.